What's up? My name is Max. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you've been here before, welcome back and welcome to today's video. Alright, so today I'm going to be covering some of what we can expect from the Super Bowl trailers, as well as some of my hopes and thoughts on what these trailers could give us. So if you're a fan of Harry Potter, Marvel, or DC, stick around. So on the Marvel side of things, I think it's possible we could get two trailers or two announcements that trailers are now online, and that is for Avengers Doomsday and Spider-Man Brand New Day. Now, there have been a lot of conflicting reports over the past week or two as to whether we're going to get trailers or not. Some are saying we're absolutely getting trailers. Others are saying trailers are not going to happen for either of these movies, and I just find that hard to believe. A lot of the reasoning behind not getting these trailers is that recent Marvel movies have not been doing as well as they were 5 years ago. However, you have to remember these movies are Spider-Man and Avengers. All of the recent Spider-Man movies have been successful, and the Avengers movies have always done incredibly well. So yes, Marvel may not be doing quite as good as they were 5 years ago, but I think we're getting these trailers. Now, as to what we can expect from these trailers when it comes to Avengers Doomsday, I think it's going to be very minimal in what it shows. It seems like they're trying to be pretty secretive with this movie. Even though they've already put out those 4 teasers, the teasers don't really tell us a whole lot aside from the Steve Rogers one that we got. The others have just kind of been, here's some characters. So I don't think a full teaser trailer would really show us anything. It'll give us a little bit of the story and what we can expect, maybe Doctor Doom's motives. But I think the big money shot of the trailer is going to be the reveal of Doctor Doom. Whether they show Robert Downey Jr. or not, I'm not sure. But I do think they are going to take the Super Bowl opportunity to show people that the movie's here, show them how it looks. People have been really loving all of the teasers, so it's not out of the question that they're going to try and push for as much of an audience draw as they can with this, similar to what they've done in the previous years with movies like Deadpool and Wolverine. Now, on the side of Spider-Man, I think this is also very likely because it is Spider-Man. The movie has been shooting for a while, and it just makes sense. It's a summer release. They want to get the marketing out there ahead of Supergirl. I think Spider-Man is a bigger character overall, so this shouldn't be a huge issue. But if they're wanting to take away the talk from any potential that DC could have with summer movies, Spider-Man is the way to do it. And we haven't really gotten any looks at the movie at all. There was a little bit of like a behind the scenes teaser, but in terms of the actual film, we've gotten nothing. And now is the time when you would expect a teaser trailer. So I think a Spider-Man trailer is something we can definitely expect, and I am pumped to see what it looks like because we have a new director, we have a new stunt team, and I think they're really going to show us what this new era of Spider-Man is going to be, since it will be different from the first 3 films Tom Holland made. Now, on the Warner Brothers side of things, first I'll cover DC. I don't think we're going to get a lot from DC. Now, last year, what DC did for the Super Bowl was they had a Superman-related teaser during the Puppy Bowl, and I don't think they're going to give Supergirl more than they're going to give Superman just because of the popularity of the character. And we recently got a trailer, like a month and a half ago. We got the teaser trailer for Supergirl, and then we just got an update with Jason Momoa as Lobo in a little teaser as well. So I don't see them putting all the money out to push for a trailer, especially if it's up against something like Avengers Doomsday or Spider-Man Brand New Day. I think DC is smart enough to know that the market is so much bigger for the Marvel side of things this year that they're not going to put a bunch of money into marketing at the Super Bowl, where it will likely get overshadowed. I also don't think we're going to get anything for Clayface. I believe that's still slated for a September release, but I don't necessarily see this being the place for it, especially since it is a horror film. We've got no looks at anything from the movie, and I just don't think this is the place to give a first look at that film, though I would love it because I am excited for that movie. I can't wait to see some from it, and same with Supergirl. I just don't think the Super Bowl is necessarily the place or the time for them to drop these. Clayface, I feel like we could get a look at the Oscars, since it is a little bit more of a like Joker-esque film in the way they're doing it. So if you're wondering when we could get our first look, that would be my best guess. So those are the main ones I would say are certain, and obviously we're going to likely get things for the Pixar side of things with Toy Story. I know there's a Minions or Despicable Me movie as well, so there's definitely going to be a lot of trailers at the Super Bowl, but there's also a lot of questions about what is being left out and what we could see. Now, that brings me to Harry Potter. I don't know if I'm the only person who thinks this, but with the current Warner Brothers track record as to when they're putting out teasers, as well as where they are in the process of filming a project before putting out a teaser, I think Harry Potter is very likely. Now, why do I think this? Well, we're talking about studios taking the conversation away from other studios and trying to get their prominent products in front of the audience and get things such as record views and trending time on X and all things like that. I think Harry Potter is the way Warner Brothers can do it. I mean, think about it. Harry Potter has had so much talk with this new HBO series, and we don't really have any visuals from it. So if you're wanting to take the conversation away from Spider-Man, away from Avengers, and still hit a huge target audience that can do that, I think we get a teaser for Harry Potter. And yes, they're still working on the series, but I also touched upon this in my Harry Potter related video about 2 weeks ago. Warner Brothers hasn't shied away from doing something like this before. With the Batman film, during DC fandom, they were only 25% into shooting the film and had just started editing, but they still gave us a trailer that was like a minute and a half long, and it grabbed the attention of fans. People were loving it. I think it even broke some records for like Batman related trailers in a certain amount of time. So I could definitely see them doing something similar with Harry Potter, where it's not going to be super heavy on effects. We might not get a look at many of the main characters, potentially just Harry, but I do think this would be a really great place to kick it off with the promotion of Harry Potter, because it's the Super Bowl. You're going to let people know who maybe are not as into film news that the project exists. And also, like I said, if you want a talking point from a project that's coming up with an audience big enough to take away the spotlight from Avengers, Spider-Man, or any other trailers that are coming out, I think Harry Potter's the only one Warner Brothers currently has set up that can do that. And yes, I'm sure there's other films I don't know about from Warner Brothers that they could drop teasers or trailers for as well. But if we're talking about the type of fandom you need in order to dominate talk online, I think Harry Potter's the only one that could do that right now. And it's the only one that's far enough along with what Warner Brothers has that can do that and get something out that is edited that can give fans a taste of what to expect. So yeah, those are my predictions for what we could get from trailers and what we might possibly expect for them to release when it comes to the Super Bowl, at least as far as I'm concerned with things I care about. And yeah, we're 2 days away, so we will know soon enough. But I think these are some strong possibilities for the reasons I stated in the video, but I'm excited to see what we get regardless. Let me know what you think of these predictions in the comments below. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Is there something I missed? Let me know. Let's talk about it. Subscribe if you like the video, give it a like, and share it with someone you think might enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next one.